Hello guys and welcome to our PYQ session. In this session, we will be covering some of the PYQs that have came in the previous qualifiers. To begin with, myself Dhruv Janakala, your maths mentor, and let's begin our session. First question, suppose A is a set of even positive numbers less than or equal to 20 and B is set of positive integer less than 20 which are divisible by 6. Then relation 1 states that A, B are elements of R1 such that A is a factor of B, and R2 states that A comma B is its element if A plus B is equals to a multiple of 10. Here A plus B mod 10 equals to 0 means that A plus B when divided by 10 gives no remainder. So to begin with, first we will write all the sets. Let's write it, all the even numbers. From 2 to 20. Also, the reason why here 0 won't come is because positive integers have been written and 0 is not a positive, neither negative. If non-negative integers are to be written, then 0 to 20 is your ideal case. Now be such that numbers are divisible by 6. So only 3 numbers will come. 6, 12, 18. These are the 3 numbers. Then R1. A set such that A is a factor of B. So from what we can see are the possible cases are 2 commas 2 will be factor of all the possible sets in this. Yeah, this is first. Then 6 will be factor of all possible. 4 can be factor. 4 is also a factor of 12, so we can write it also. Then 6, 6. Then it's 6, 12, 6, 18. Then 6 is done. 8 and 10 can be. Then 12 is a factor of 12. Then 18 is a factor of 18. That's are the only possible case. Total number of elements in R1 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elements. Then let's make R2. R2 states that A, B are elements if AI plus B are multiples of 10. So from this you can observe that here 2, 18 is the first element, 8, 10, 8, 12. And then 4, 6. Also 14, 6. 12, 18 is also element. 14, 6. And then 18, 12 is the element. Yeah, so that's all. These are the elements. And then we have asked to find R1 you intersect R2. In this, as we know, we have to find the common elements in R1 and R2, and you can see that only one element, 2, 18 is the common element in 4. So cardinality of R1 intersect R2 is 1. Therefore, our final answer would be 1. So this is the first question. Now let's move forward to second. We will just take all of our studies here. Yeah, so this is what we came from the last. Here we are asked that what's the cardinality of R1, means number of elements in the set R1 or relation R1. Here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So second question answer is 9. It's the cardinality of R2. So let's move forward to the third question. In this we are asked to find which of the following is true. Is R1 transitive? We'll just take R1 and R2 from here. Now let's see. R1 to be transitive, there should be a end and begin of two sets should be same and the same set exists. 12, 18, 18 and 6, 6 won't be a part of it because they are identity. Then let's see. 2, 6 is there. Any element begins with 2, 12 is there? Yes, it's there. 2. Yeah, then any other element 2, 6 and 6 to 18 is also there. So R1 is transitive. Therefore, we can successfully say that R1 is a transitive relation. Next, is R2 a transitive? Let's see. We can see here 12, 8, 12 and 12, 18 are there, but 8, 18 are not there. Therefore, it's not transitive. R2 is not symmetric. Let's check for it. 2, 18 is there. 18, 2 is not there. So, no, it's not symmetric. Yeah. So, this is also correct option. Next, 2, 18 is the element of R2. Is it? It is. This is the first element itself. This is also correct. All the MCQs in this format are mostly of multiple choice correct question. In your qualifier, it will be mentioned that it's a single correct or multiple correct. So just keep an eye off. This is a similar question, just the difference is that here divisible by 5 is written, where in last question it was written that the elements of set B are divisible by 6. So you can pause the video and try it for yourself. Now let's begin. First we will write all the elements. These are going to be same. Then for B, we have to take less than multiple of 20, less than 20 multiple of 5. So these are the three. Then let's draw R1. Factors should be element should be A comma B, where A is the factor of B. Yeah, so let's see first 2 comma 10 is the only element in R1. Then comes 10 comma 10. Yeah, that's all. Only two elements in R1. Then R2. Some of the factors should be multiple of 10. So it's 10 comma 10 and 20 comma 10. Intersection of R1 and R2 is our question in this sub question. So as you can see, there is only one element common in both, that is 10 comma 10. So our answer is 1. We'll just take this information for our next question too. Yeah. So using this, we have to find what is the cardinality of R1. As here we can see the cardinality of R1 is 2. Okay, so next question. We have to find if relation R1 is transitive or not. So let's see. 2 comma 10 is there. Yeah, it's transitive. The reason is because when you say 2 comma 10, the next element is there, 10 is 10 is end and 10 at begin. So 2 comma 10 is present. That's why we'll call this relation a transitive relation. Next is R2. Is R2 transitive? 10 comma 10, 20 comma 20. Yeah, it is also transitive. The reason is because we don't have a case such that we can prove that R2 is not transitive. When asked for transitive, try to prove that the equation is not transitive. If you can't prove it, then it's by default transitive. Yeah, so now let's see, is R2 not symmetric? Let's see. Yes, it's not symmetric. So this is also correct because 10 comma 20 is not present. Then is 5 comma 15 an element of R2? No, it's not. So these are the only three correct answers, A, B, and C. Next question. Okay. So in this question, we had given 2 points, P1 and P2. P1 is located at 3 comma minus 2 and P2 is located at minus 1 comma 5. And two lines pass through P1 and P2 respective. Also, line 1 is having a x-intercept, which means 1 comma 0 coordinates through which it passes, and line 1 and line 2 make an angle of 45 degrees. So we have to find the point where L1 and L2 intersects. So let's first plot the points. Yeah, so we have plotted the points. This is the point P2, which is minus 1 comma 5 somewhat, and this is the point 1 comma 0, and this is the point 3 minus 2. These 2 points, we can draw a line from a line passing to these 2 points. This is the line L1 which is passing through the points given. And we can see that the second points allows the line to intersect in second coordinate itself. That's why our x coordinate is going to be negative and y coordinate is going to be positive. That's why B and A can't be our answer. So it's either C or either D. This is the active radius of the line through which it can pass. And from this, we can observe that the point minus 5 comma 7 won't come in the trajectory of our line. Option D is the correct answer. And if you want, you can even verify it by substituting this value in the equation of the line, because the option C is out of the scope of the line L1. Next question, we have to find the value of tan theta. So first we will need to find the angle theta. Here we don't actually need this. So after solving the equation, we get the first line's equation as y minus x plus 5. So let's write it as L1. Okay, now let's do the same thing for L2. First, we'll take the formula as same. Okay, now substituting the values. Y minus 5 is equals to y2 0 comma y1. So it's 0, it's minus 1 here. Minus 5 multiplied by x minus x1, which is minus 5, minus 1, so it will become plus 1, divided by x2, which is 0, minus x1, which is again plus 1, because it's minus 1, then y minus 5 equals minus 6x minus 6, y plus 6x plus 1 equals to 0 is the equation of line 2. So now we have to find the point of interest. No, in this case, we have to find the angle between them. We can write this in the form of y equals to x minus 5. Therefore, we get m is equals to 1 here. In this case, we can write y is equals to minus 6x minus 1. Which gives us m is equals to minus 6 in this case. That's why we know the formula of tan theta, which is equals to mod 1 minus m1 into m2 divided by. Okay, so we know the formula that m2 minus m1 when divided by 1 minus m1 into m2 gives us tan theta. So tan r equals to m2, which is minus 6 minus 1 mod divided 1 plus 6 tan theta. So let's go forward here. It will become 5 by 7, which will give tan of theta is equals to 5 by 7 as your solution. So option B is correct. There was a slight error which I have fixed in our solution. Okay, so in this case, it's a problem of sets and functions. Sets. So there are total is equals to 500. Then Python is 285. C is 115. And Java is equals to 115 and C is 190%. Yeah. So C and P and J is 45. P and C is equals to 70. J and C is equals to 50. J and C is equals to 50. And also none is equals to 50. Means we don't know any programming. So from this, we have to find the convert proficient in exactly one of the three. So in this, we have to find the part that is not intersected by any one of the following. one more data before we begin, that is number of people who have proficiency in all. After that, we can find the people who are proficient in only Python, Java, and C. So let's first find the intersection of all the three sets. To find the intersection, we can use this formula. E intersects J intersects C, which is reveals the total. Also, we will take the new total. Here, total dash would be 450. The reason for this is because I can see that 50 of the members don't know any of the three programming language. That's the reason why our ideal total will be now 450 out of 500. So total minus sum of single element or single languages. Then we will add the sum of all double languages known. From this, we will get the sum of triple languages or all languages known people. We can get 450 minus. Let's do the total. Also, you will be given calculator. Please use it to save your time. 285 plus 195 plus 115, which is 595. 595. Then we have to add all the doubles. Let's calculate the number of doubles. 45 plus 70 plus 50, which is 165. 165. Let's see what comes to 165 minus 595 plus 450 gives us 20. So 20 is the intersection of all three sets. So we'll subtract 20 from each of the following sets. E and J equals 30, 25. Then we'll check J and C. J and C would be 50. C and E would be, sorry, J and C would be 30 and P and C would be 50. From we can note that only P is equals to 285 minus doubles and singles. 285 minus 25 minus 50 minus 20, which is 190. Now let's see for only C. For only C, first let's see 195 minus 50 minus 30 minus 20, which is 95. And now only J is equals to 115 minus 20 minus 30 minus 25, which is 115 minus 20 minus 30 minus 25, which is 40. Therefore, 190 plus 95 plus 40 is 325. Therefore, only single term is equals to 325. So our final answer would be here 325. Same question. Now this question we will be doing. Okay, so I have noted down all the points given in the question, and now we have to find the same who are efficient in only one of the following. As same, first we will find the people who are good in all three, which is ideal total minus singles, EC and single, and we will add the sum of doubles. Here sum of single and sum of double means in sum of singles you have to write all the element subjects such as Python, Java and C++, add the given data, and then which are given in pairs you have to add them all in the sum of doubles. Then you would be getting something like 240 minus, then let's add this all, 105 plus 95 plus 115, which is 315. Then we will add all the doubles, 50, 25 and 15, which is 90. Now let's minus 315 and add 240. We get the intersection of all set to be 50. Now using this we can directly find the, let's find pj. Ideal pj is 0. Then jc ideal is 10. pc ideal is 35. So now only p is equals to 105 minus 15 is equals 90. Only c is equals to, so only c is equals to 95 minus, let's see, 35 minus 10 minus 15, which is 735 only. Then only j is equals to 115 minus 0 minus 10 and minus 15, which is 19. So here we just did a slight see why, because we didn't calculate it. So it's 105 minus 0 minus 35 minus 15, which is 55. So that gives our final answer. Only PCJ to be 90 plus 55 plus 35, which is 180. So our answer will be 180. Next question. This is the question of sum squared error. Okay, so our next. Let's move forward to this question. In this question, we have to do the sum squared error. And we have to find the value of SCC. In this, you can either transfer the x point to y, or you can just take 4x plus 15 minus y. Because at the end, you have to just square it. So let's calculate. Let's begin with 37. 4 into 5 plus 15 minus 37, then squared becomes 4. Let's next, which is 44 into, sorry, 7 into 4 plus 15 minus 44 squared becomes 1. 9 into 4 plus 15 minus 53 becomes 2 squared becomes 4. Next is 8 into 4, 32 plus 15 minus 50 becomes 3 squared by 10 into 4 plus 15 4 into 10 plus 15 minus 57 squared becomes 4. Then 4 into 12 plus 15 minus 64 becomes 1 squared becomes 1. Final answer is C. 4 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 4 plus 1, which is 23. So your final answer is 23. Let's do more of one of the sum squared error question. Okay, so here also we'll do the same trick, 2x plus 16 minus y. If you will do in this method, it will be easy when you are using CALC, because then you just have to multiply, add, and then subtract. Or else in y, you cannot put an element and then multiply and subtract, because the calculus that you will be using won't be of that easy. So 2 into 5, which is 10 plus 16 minus 26 gives 0. 0 squared is 0. Next, 2 into 7 plus 16 minus 29 gives 1 squared, gives 1 itself. Then 2 into 9 plus 16 minus 34 gives 0 square is itself. 2 into 8 plus 16 minus 30 gives 2 square becomes 4. Next 2 into 10 plus 16 minus that 6 becomes 0. Plus 2 into 12 plus 16 minus 41 becomes 1, square becomes 1. So after addition you get answer 6. That's why 6 is your answer to this question. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, so in this question we have to check the following points, in whichever are correct we have to mark. The first multiplicity of -1 and 1 are must be the same. This is not correct because the multiplicity can be different. If he asks is same, then you have to check it's declared that it's same, so it's not true. Next, PS is increasing function in the time interval of 2 to infinity. It's correct because if you still see here, you can see 2 and it goes to the infinity, it is rising. That's why this statement is correct. So B option. Next, P tends to infinity as X tends to infinity. Okay, so let's see this point. Does P tends to infinity when X tends to infinity? It's true because B option is correct. So we'll it back to the C option as well. Then the number of turning points is 5. So in this case, you can observe multiple line touches, but all of them are not turning point. Let me mark which of the following are turning points. Let's see, this is a turning point here. Next turning point you can spot here. The other turning point is this. And the fourth turning point is this one. These are the 4 turning points. These are not turning points. The reason is because the graph doesn't change its direction. It just become flat and then followed the same direction as before. That's why only 4 turning points are there. So the option D is wrong. Okay guys, moving forward to the next question. इस क्वेश्चन में हमें एक पैराबोला की इक्वेशन दी गई है और हमें फाइंड करना कि इनमें से कौन कौन से वैल्यूज ट्रू है. सो फर्स्ट है कि कोऑर्डिनेट्स ऑफ वर्टेक्स दिए गए हैं -8 और 2. सो इसका वर्टेक्स हम सीधे निकाल सकते हैं. एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट -b/2a होना चाहिए. यहाँ पे अगर आप -b/2a निकालते हैं उसकी वैल्यू आपको -4/2 आती है. इसका मतलब आपकी आंसर -2 आपका एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट होना चाहिए, जो कि नहीं है, इसलिए आप कह सकते हैं जो आपका फर्स्ट ऑप्शन है वो गलत है. देन सेकंड ऑप्शन है हमारा एक्चुअल वर्टेक्स -2 पे है. इसका मतलब कि ये करेक्ट है सेकंड स्टेटमेंट, जो कि हमने फर्स्ट सॉल्यूशन से ही अंडरस्टैंड कर लिया. क्योंकि जब वर्टेक्स या तो सबसे मिनिमम पॉइंट हो सकता है या तो मैक्सिमम पॉइंट हो सकता है, और क्योंकि अपवर्ड ओपनिंग है तो इसलिए यहाँ पे वर्टेक्स मिनिमम पॉइंट है, इसलिए ये सेकंड स्टेटमेंट सही है. ओके, तो अब नेक्स्ट है कि हमारा पैराबोला का जो y इंटरसेप्ट है वो 12 है, जो कि वापस सही है. इसके लिए आप सीधे x की जगह पे 0 पुट कर सकते हो, आपको वैल्यू y की 12 मिल जाएगी. तो ऑप्शन सी भी करेंगे. उसके बाद मिनिमम वैल्यू ऑफ द गिवन इक्वेशन इज 8. इसे फाइंड करने के लिए आपने जो वर्टेक्स निकाला है उसी को सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दीजिए इक्वेशन में. लेट्स से -2 स्क्वायर इज 4 प्लस -2 into 4 is -8 plus 12, which is 16 minus 8, which gives 8. So आपका जो लास्ट ऑप्शन है वो भी करेक्ट है. इसके लिए बी, सी और डी करेक्ट है, बस ऑप्शन ए इनकरेक्ट है क्योंकि वर्टेक्स के कोऑर्डिनेट्स -2, 8 है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इक्वेशन भी सेम है, बस यहाँ पे न्यूमेरिकल्स अलग किए गए हैं. तो आप हमें फाइंड करना है कि हमारा वर्टेक्स कोऑर्डिनेट्स क्या है. लेट्स सी. सेम -b/2a हम फाइंड करेंगे. यहाँ पे b की वैल्यू 12 है तो -12/2, a की वैल्यू 1 है इसलिए, तो आपकी b की वैल्यू -6 आती है. अगेन फर्स्ट ऑप्शन रॉन्ग है. सेकेंड ऑप्शन वापस करेक्ट हो गया क्योंकि यहाँ पे -6 ही है वर्टेक्स. ओके, सो y इंटरसेप्ट फाइंड करना है. x की वैल्यूज अगेन जीरोस डाल दीजिए, आपको y इंटरसेप्ट मिल जाएगा जो कि -15 बिल्कुल सही है. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन है कि जो आपकी मिनिमम वैल्यू है वो -51 आनी चाहिए। लेट्स चेक। -6 को आपके इक्वेशन में सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिए, यहाँ पे 36 आएगा पहले। उसके बाद आपको -6 इंटू 12 करना है, आप कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं, नो इश्यूज। -72 आता है, -72 और वापस -15 इक्वेशन का। लेट्स सी, -72 -15 प्लस 36, यूज -51। सो आपका ऑप्शन डी भी बिल्कुल सही है। सो इस क्वेश्चन में भी बी, सी और डी करेक्टेड। आपको ये करना है कि यहाँ पे वर्टेक्स इनकरेक्ट है, क्योंकि ये यहाँ पे -6 को अगर -51 रहता है तो आपका फर्स्ट ऑप्शन सही रहता है। यहाँ पे ऑर्डर मैटर करता है, पहले एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट फिर वाई कोऑर्डिनेट आना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट 16th क्वेश्चन। हमें एक पॉलिनोमियल दिया गया है पी एक्स, जिसके वैल्यू है 2x-1 इंटू x-1 इंटू क्यू इंटू एक्स, जहाँ पे पी एक्स के मल्टीप्लिसिटी 1 है। इसका मतलब है कि जो x-हाफ है, या फिर आप कह सकते हैं कि x इक्वल्स टू हाफ, x इक्वल्स टू 5, x इक्वल्स टू 2 और x इक्वल्स टू 3/5, ये सारे जो फैक्टर्स है इनकी अकरेंस बस एक ही बार आया है, इसलिए इन सब की पावर 1 है, जिसके हमने मल्टीप्लिसिटी का कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ा था। ऐसे बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं अगर आपको कॉन्सेप्ट पता हो तो, इसलिए वीक 4 को आप मिस नहीं कर सकते। उसके लास्ट पार्ट में मैंने इसको कवर किया था। तो इसमें से हमें बताना है कि क्यू एक्स की वैल्यू क्या हो सकती है, क्योंकि हम क्लियरली देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे पी एक्स में 2 इक्वेशन आ चुके हैं और मल्टीप्लिसिटी 1 है। ऑल्सो यहाँ पे 2 इक्वेशंस के जो जीरोस है वो दिए हैं पर उनकी इक्वेशन नहीं दिए, तो इससे हमें ये पता चलता है कि जो क्यू एक्स है वो एक्चुअल में क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है, मतलब ये ऑप्शन भी क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल सही है। और अगर उनके ये फार्म करें, आप देख सकते हैं कि x इक्वल्स टू हाफ पहले फैक्टर से बनता है, x इक्वल्स टू 5 सेकेंड है, तो थर्ड फैक्टर आपका x-2 रहेगा और उसके बाद 5x-3। उसके बाद हमें देखना है ऑप्शन सी भी बिल्कुल सही है, क्योंकि हमारे जो दो जीरोस है उन दोनों की वैल्यूज अलग है। उसके बाद रियल जीरो एग्जिस्ट करते, तो ऑप्शन डी गलत है, इसमें बी एंड सी करेक्ट ऑप्शन है। कॉन्सेप्ट अगर आपको सबको पता है तो क्वेश्चंस बहुत बेसिक लेवल के ही आएंगे। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 17, ये भी थोड़ा बहुत सिमिलर टाइप है। इसमें आपको पी एक्स दिया गया है, जो टी एक्स दिया है वो आपके पी एक्स को कम्प्लीटली डिवाइड कर सकता है। उसके बाद जो एस एक्स दिया है वो भी पी एक्स को डिवाइड कर सकता है। और जो क्यू एक्स दिया है वो क्वेश्चन है जब पी एक्स को हम जेड एक्स से डिवाइड करते हैं। ओके, सो इसमें से हमें ये फाइंड करना है कि ओके, सो इसमें से हमें ग्राफ निकालना है, जिसके बेस पे हम ये फाइंड करें कि हमारे जो डिस्टिंक्ट नंबर ऑफ रूट्स है वो एम से डिनोट करते हैं, और जो नंबर ऑफ टर्निंग पॉइंट्स है ग्राफ के, मतलब जहाँ पे ग्राफ अपना डायरेक्शन चेंज कर देता है, उसको एन से डिनोट करते हैं। और ये पॉलिनोमियल पी एक्स है जिसके हमें एम प्लस एन की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करनी है। तो हम पी एक्स से ये ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं कि हमारा जो मेन इक्वेशन है उससे हमें ये पता चलता है कि जो हमारा पी एक्स है उसके 8 पॉसिबल रूट्स है, क्योंकि अगर आप x के सारे ग्रेटर फैक्टर्स के जो एक्सपोनेंट्स है उन सबको अगर आप मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो आपको जो हाईएस्ट डिग्री आएगी वो आपके टोटल नंबर ऑफ रूट्स रहते हैं। तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ रूट्स 8 है। डिस्टिंक्ट रूट की बात नहीं कर रहे हम अभी, हम बस रूट्स की बात कर रहे हैं जो कि 8 है। अगर आप डिस्टिंक्ट रूट देखेंगे तो लेट्स सी क्या क्या x की पॉसिबल वैल्यूज है। पहली वैल्यू है कि x की पॉसिबल वैल्यू 1 है, क्योंकि x² - 1 का हम x+1 x-1 लिख सकते हैं, तो सेकेंड वैल्यू -1 आ जाएगी। उसके बाद x² - 4x² + 4x है। फॉर द नेक्स्ट फैक्टर वी कैन सी 0 is a 0 of the polynomial, then also you can substitute x equals to 2 and also you get 0. And the second factor is again 2 itself. So we will not write that down in distinct factor. Then 4 is the factor. Then x² - 3x is something, I think -3 -6. So again 3 is a factor. X - 3 and x 3. So from this we can understand that m is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Value of m is 6, and then when we will see for value of n, since there are 6 points of roots, okay, so you can either plot the graph to check the number of turning, or you can directly identify that for every multiplicity of 1, the graph changes its turn, whereas when the even multiplicity occurs, the graph doesn't change. So let's say for 3 and 2, the graph won't change its sign. Number of turns is the first row. You can use this formula if you are needed, or you can just calculate by doing that. So the value of m and n here would become 13 probably. So that's your answer to this question. Look forward to the next question. As you can see, this is the same question. In this, just we have to answer some theoretical questions. First is, px is the odd degree polynomial. The second option is wrong because as you can see, 8 roots were came. Doesn't matter if they're distinct or not, but 8 roots were came. When even number of roots are present, then it's a even degree polynomial. So option B is not correct. The minimum value of qx is 0. That is true. If you can substitute the roots, then you will find out that the minimum value of our qx holds 0. So that's true. Then end behavior of px is positive infinity as x approaches positive infinity. That's true. Also, our end behavior of px is infinity even when x goes to negative infinity. The reason is because all the even factor polynomials, when you will draw their graph, the ends will either go both to the positive infinity or negative infinity. Here, as when you will see the factors that there is no negative sign present, that means our graph is a upward opening parabola. Not exactly parabola, but a kind of. Therefore, both the px will be tending to infinity on both ends. As x approaches positive or negative infinity, doesn't matter. Okay, so here you have to calculate the value of lambda. 2 lines are given and they are said to be perpendicular. It's very easy. You can just find both of their slopes and substitute it equal to -1. Let's see. Y equals to -x minus 6 whole divided by -4. So it x by 4 plus 6 by 4. So 1 by 4 here. Let's say we get m is equals to 1 by 4 in first equation. Now let's go for the second one. Y equals to, for now, let lambda be 8. Sx with a minus sign divided by 2. Then a square divided by 2. From this we get m's value to be minus a by 2, which means minus lambda by 2. So from this we get that m1 cross m2 is equals to -1 because we are given that these are perpendicular. Let's call this m1 and we'll call this m3. So when multiplied we get minus a by 8, which is equals to -1. So a is equals 8 is our final answer. So let's substitute this answer at it. These questions are very simple. Just keep the concepts in mind. If you don't know the basic concept, just go through the videos of we have made them. Each lecture is of only 20 to 30 minutes. And Only first lecture is of 30 minutes, remaining all three are of less than 20 minutes. So you can quickly grasp all the concepts. Moving to next question. This is also same sub question part 2. In this we are given one line and we said intersection point. Okay, so there is a line y minus x plus 1 minus lambda plus 3 modulus equals to 0, which passes through the intersection of two lines, x plus y minus 1 and 3x plus 2y minus 3. So we have to find the value of lambda in this. In this case, first we will find the intersection point. Now how to find the intersection point? Just change the signs of both and then just add them. Let's begin. We'll multiply the first equation by minus 3. So it will become minus 3x minus 3y plus 3, which becomes 0. Second equation is 3x plus 2y minus 3, which equals 0. Now we just add both the equations. And then we will get, for x term gets completely cancelled. Minus y equals to 0. So y equals to 0 is the y coordinates. Substitute it any one, you will get x equals to 3 in either case. Sorry, x equals to 3. So x equals 3x equals to 3 you will get in either case. So x is equal to 1. Therefore, 1, 0 is the point of intersection of the two bottom lines. So now substitute this value in the above equation. 0 minus 1 plus 1 minus, let's say, lambda plus 3, which is equals to 0. You can observe that everything gets cancelled. Let me just clear this part. Or just let me enlarge this. Yeah. So that's still now where we reach. So plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. Minus will go with 0 and it will get cancelled. So mod will open and also it will be get cancelled with 0. So a equals to minus 3 is the solution. Also keep in mind that the final answer is arc of mod a value. So therefore we will remove the minus sign. Then your only solution will be 3. If mod lambda was not been asked in the question, then your answer would have been minus 3. So look for the small key points. Next, this is a conceptual question. We are given a quadratic equation x square plus bx plus c. A, b, c are integers and a is not equal. Then which of the following is true? First, if d is greater than 0 and is a perfect square, then there exists a rational root of quadratic equation. Absolutely true. When your discriminant's value is greater than 0, there exists real solutions. When it's greater than not, then exists no. When in the cases rational root is not possible, irrational real roots are there, but these are irrational in the second condition, not a perfect square. And in the third and fourth cases, it doesn't matter because negative signs don't come in real part roots. So only option A is correct. Moving forward to next question. Which of the following functions are one-to-one? Okay. So in this case, I would recommend that you can either declare the domain and codomain by the given modes, and then you can find here natural numbers to real number is our domain to range. So let's see first one, fn. If n is odd, then n minus 1 is the output. And if n is even, then n plus 1 is the output. The first one is surely one-to-one function because for all odd numbers, there is an even number output, and for all even numbers, there's an odd number output. That's why the first option is surely a solution. Now, second question. If n is odd, then 2n. If n is even, this is also a solution because you can see for every odd, there is an even output. Whereas for even, there is an odd output. This won't be the same. You have to make sure to take some examples before you do it. In this case, it's directly observed. That's why I have directly doing it. But in your case, there are chances like how the next options are there. n is odd, then root n, and if n is even, then root n plus 1. This may be correct if the n are perfect square, because we know that no perfect square will be in the form of n plus 1. That's why this option can't become true, because after root of any non-perfect square, the range would go from real to irrational numbers. Also, all numbers will not be covered. That's why it's not correct. And same goes for D. N minus 1 by 2, which also is somewhat decimal type. And n is even, then odd numbers. This is correct, but in this first one, both of them will redirect to even numbers eventually. That's why D is also not correct. So only A and B are correct. Okay, so that's it, guys. Best of luck. And if you cannot recall any of the concepts, be sure to go through the 4 videos that we have made. And that's all. Best of luck. Thank you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please. Bye.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.